And I know the fans are always saying, when's the champ going to be back? When's the champ going to be back? Saturday night, baby, we're here, Brooklyn, I'm back.
You're back, and you're back against a tough opponent, Josesito Lopez. Josesito, have you ever not been the underdog in a fight?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm always in tough battles, but I don't shy away from them. I know I'm in a tough fight this weekend, but I'm more than ready for it.
You said you treated elevation, I think, for this fight at altitude, right? Is that accurate? And your coach is not going to be here for this fight. He has a personal obligation. Is that going to be an issue for you?
No, it's not an issue. In training camp, we train in a family atmosphere. So I got the boxing guru, Mr. Big G, here with me, along me, and we might have a little surprise for you come this weekend with some virtual image of my trainer, Robert Garcia here.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Adam, let's go to you. Obviously, you have your Polish roots, but you're a Brooklyn boy fighting at Barclays Center on Fox. Do you have to kind of pinch yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I was born in a small city in Łomża, Poland. Came to the States when I was 7, and every day, every fight keeps getting bigger and bigger. And now in the co-main event at Barclays Center, I remember when they were first putting it up, and I was an amateur, and I was like, I can't wait to fight here. Now I'm co-main event. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be the main line, you know? So that's the goal.
I read that you said you sparred like 1,000 rounds for this fight. Is that accurate?
I sparred over 1,000 rounds with my friend Joe Miller, but we knew each other since 15. But for this fight, we did 150 rounds. So
why the difference?
No, with Joe Miller was somebody I knew for a while. So we grew up together since the amateurs, so we always helped each other prepare for fights. So we did over 1,000 rounds together. But for this fight, we did.
Who did you train with?
Mike Coffey, Nicole Solomon, and Big Baby Joe Miller.
All right, let's take it over to your opponent. You obviously are coming in off of a win, but you have had some big losses to some big names. Deontay Wilder, Miller. What do you take from those losses that have made you a better fighter?
Those are just great learning opportunities for me. You know, I started my career late. I was 30 years old after I went to the military and went to college. And I've just been learning on the job. So every time I step in the ring, it's another learning opportunity for me. Win, lose, or draw. I gotta take something from that. And I've had the experience now. I went to school and I'm prepared for Saturday night.
Or we'll take it over to you, Claudio. You have called out guys like Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. Your manager tells me they don't want to take the fight with you. This is an eliminator fight. Do you feel as though you don't just have to win, but you have to win in impressive fashion in order for them to pay attention?
¿Tú piensas que tiene que ser espectacular en esta pelea para que ellos entonces te den la oportunidad?
Pienso que sí. Buenas tardes a todos aquí, el equipo de AGEM, todo su equipo. Sí, pienso que sí, que ellos me andan corriendo hace mucho ya y pienso que tendré que ganar otra pelea más, explosivamente como siempre lo hago, dándole a mi público lo que ellos quieren quieren ver de mí y eso, y seguir ganando como yo siempre gano.
Good afternoon to everybody here, thanks to Al Heyman also. And he says yes, he has to win explosive like he's always has in his fights, so these guys don't keep running, that he wants the big guys.
We'll see when you take on this guy on Saturday night. Do you think this is the biggest test for you two, Stu?
Yeah, this is my biggest fight in my career.
You haven't fought a southpaw as a pro.
Yeah, first time.
First time. Who did you bring in to prepare for this guy?
I'm training a couple southpaw guys. We're ready to this fight.
Looking forward to it. All right, our 6 televised fighters on the card here tonight. We now will take this opportunity to open up to members of the media who've joined us here today. Who has our first question? Need a mic?
I'm Keith Idek from BoxingScene.com. My question is for Josesito. Josesito, Keith Thurman said on the conference call on Tuesday that he was really looking forward to getting in the ring on Saturday to see what your confidence is all about, why you're so confident that you're going to win this fight. Can you express to us, without giving away your game plan, why you're so confident you'll win?
I think like in any boxer's confidence level, it's the preparation. You know, I feel like I'm at a championship level, and I prepared well for this fight, and you know, I'll have no excuses at the end of the night, no matter what the outcome.
My question is also for Josesito. I'm Chris Sheridan from GetMoreSports.com. When you're prepping for a fight, you can oftentimes look at an opponent, study film, and look at his losses, see where his weaknesses are. You're going against a guy who's undefeated. So when you're prepping for an undefeated fighter, where do you try to find maybe those same weak spots that you would look for in a film of an opponent who's had losses before?
You know, in preparation for a fight, you also look at bad habits, some mistakes that you make. You know, he's undefeated, so it's tough to find a losing fight, but he's been in some fights that have shown some of his weaknesses. So, you know, you prepare mentally just as you do physically.
Brian Mahoney from the Associated Press. Keith, when this fight was announced, there was a quote you had said you were just a little nerve-wracking getting back in the ring. Were you always the nervous feeling when you're about to fight again, or is it only because this time you haven't been in the ring for a couple of years and it's a new experience a little bit?
You're saying that I said it was nerve-wracking?
Corey, yes.
There's always a little level of nerves, but most of it is anticipation. You know, we're on a world-class level. You know, I hold the world title, you know, and I'm proud to be champion, and I always want to be champion for as long as I can throughout my career. So, you know, there's nerves involved with holding the title on your shoulder and being undefeated and wanting to remain undefeated. But all of those nerves are very natural, and they're never overpowering. I remember when I was an amateur, the first fight I ever lost was a fight I wasn't nervous about. So I like to carry some nerves with me in every fight.
Keith, I have another